A year ago I was living and working in London as a suit specialist, and in this video I'm going to tell you my story, my experience, and also the secrets of the different companies that I was working for, the fashion companies that we might say that are kind of premium or kind of luxury, not crazy luxury, you know, Loro Piana, Gucci's, Prada's, Balenciagas, but just to have an idea, the cheapest ready-to-wear suit that we had in the first company that I was working for, it was around £1,200. So that would be, I don't know, depending how the currencies are right now, but in dollars around $1,400, something like that. So that is ready to wear. It was just a regular suit that it doesn't have anything special, made in Italy, of course, because this is kind of luxury. And that brand was kind of classic. I mean, it's still kind of classic. It's not really like, you know, with hundreds of years of heritage, but it's been for a while in the market. So I would say it's kind of luxury or premium, high premium. It's not affordable at all, at least for my wallet. I don't know, depending on how much money do you have or what would you consider what is luxury for you. But let me start from the beginning. When I came to London and I started looking for a job as a suit specialist, I had an idea before how a suit should fit. I mean, I had a proper idea how a suit should fit. I knew about fabrics, I knew about designs, about different options for lapels, about, you know, a lot of different things, because I had my own company before, didn't work for that time, and I've been in the industry for a while, especially from, you know, like going to different factories, going to different places, but I never wasn't working as a suit specialist in any other country or any other company. So I thought that London would be the best city in the world actually to know about that, about everything related to suits. I didn't want to be a tailor because I'm not a tailor. You know, the tailor is the one that, I mean, that sews, that cuts the suit. I mean, depends, because there are cutters also especially in the UK, they separate the cutters from the ones that do the other jobs. So, I mean, that is a different part of the job. I didn't want to work in Savile Row as a tailor. I wanted to work as a suit specialist, which is the guy that knows about fabrics, knows how a suit should fit, is the one that gives advice to the customer, that is in contact with the customer, and also knows how to do the proper alterations, especially knows how to pin a suit, to after that do the proper alterations. That is for a tailor, an alteration tailor, that they needs to know how to sew, how to do anything related to that. But it's my job to know how to pin a suit correctly to fit perfectly to the customer, especially as the customer wants. Just going back to my story, I went to London, I started sending CVs to different fashion companies that I like, and I saw that not many were replying to me, or not many were just looking for at that time for a suit specialist. And I started going to different interviews. The first one, I went to Suit Supply, because, you know, Suit Supply is, and if you want a suit, it's probably the first place that you need to check. And especially in London, where they are really busy. They have the store just in the corner of Savile Row, you know, between Regent Street and Savile Row. That's a small store there, but it's really busy. So my interview there was 40 minutes with a lot of questions. I just came to London and I was like, you know, refreshing my English, and it was hard, I would say. Even they asked me about, you know, that this kind of thing that the Wolf of Wall Street was doing in the 80s, like, sell me this pen. It was with two women, the interview. I think one of them was American and the other one was Italian, and it was funny actually. It was kind of fun. Even they asked me like, why are you here? Are you Russian? Are you Ukrainian? What are you doing here in London? Why you want to work with us? Why you want to... But a lot of questions. I think I did quite good until the last one, which is the classic one, you know, like, how do you see yourself in 3 years? And I say, you know, I'm going to continue with my YouTube channel, probably it's going to grow, and I'm going to have my own company. I was actually really honest. That was my plan, and I wanted just that job to learn how to, you know, how to do alterations, to have the experience of living in London, to work in London. And if the YouTube channel in Spanish, which was started growing at that time, it was going to be a successful YouTube channel, then my plan, of course, was to start my own company as I did now, but in Spain again, and and everything working, and with employees as I have now with my own store. I didn't know about that, it's like I was trying at the same time working with my YouTube channel. You never know what is going to happen. And actually I say that because I saw their faces like, oh, you want to be just here for a short time. But I mentioned, I don't know what is going to happen. Anyway, they didn't call me. Next day I went to an interview to Haus and Cortis in the German street. That street is a kind of really classic street, is where Tarbell and Nasser is Crockett and Jones is, a lot of different classic brands. It's not as good as used to be, that street was really famous for shirts, for shirt makers, and nowadays it's just, I think, Tarbell and Nasser is the only one that is still on that street. Haus and Cortis is probably kind of mid-price, but they offer also that kind of suit specialist service. And I went to the interview wearing a double-breasted suit, not this one, another one, actually from Suit Supply. It's the same that I was wearing the previous day. And the manager of the store just told me, I like your style. How much do you want to make per hour? And I said, oh, really? That's it? Okay, so I say a price. Actually, I don't remember right now, but I say something kind of, not something really crazy, but I don't remember right now what I say. And he told me, I'm sorry, we cannot do that. And actually, we don't do commission. The commission is for all the store, but we are the best store in the UK. We sell a lot of tourists coming here, and we don't do actually a lot of, suit service. We most of the time sell just suits off the rack. And I say, okay, so I'm going to think about it. But that was the funniest interview that I ever had. It was just 1 minute. He said, I like your style. How much do you want to make? Nothing else. I was like, okay, that's easy. Next day, I went to an interview in Paul Smith in Covent Garden, in the suit specialist floor, because they have different floors in that store. The interview was around also 30, 35, 40 minutes, which was kind of long interview with young people, with a really friendly environment. Actually, it wasn't like Suit Supply, like, why are you here? No, it was kind of more polite, like, tell us about yourself, about your favorite designer, favorite music, that kind of things that were kind of more polite. I mean, others were more serious, like, how do you see yourself in 3 years? And in that case, I mentioned about my YouTube channel because I didn't want to lie. I just say, I'm going to continue with my YouTube channel, but I don't know what is going to happen, but I would love to work here and have experience, and let's see what the future is going to bring me. After that, they called me the next day. It was a good salary. I mean, for the position, it's not something crazy, but the good thing is they do commission, so I was getting 1 or 2% of each sale, which, if, as I say, like £1,200 for a suit, then you get £12. So I know it sounds like ridiculous now, but it's kind of a lot of money at the end of the month, especially because the base salary was like a kind of basic. So I thought it's a good company to start with, and after that we can move on. Or because their style of Paul Smith is not my cup of tea, to be honest. I would say I'm a bit more classic. I don't like a lot of colors. I don't like that kind of slim fit that they do in most of the suits. But I thought that it's good to start, and it's a good name also in the UK, like Paul Smith. Most of the people know about that brand, and a lot of Americans also do know that company, because we also had a lot of American tourists coming not for the suits, but for the socks, ties, shirts, polos, whatever. I started working for them in December, and at the beginning they sent me to another store because I was going to be in Covent Garden in the suit floor, but they say your training will be in Marylebone, in the small store that is located in Marylebone. But in that store, my first day I went there with a double-breasted suit, wearing my own suit, because they say after my training, which is 3 months, not my training, sorry, my trial, period, which is 3 months working for them. After that, they are going to give me 1,000, I think it was 1,400 pounds credit on the store to get my own uniform. So until then, I need to dress like properly, but I can dress whatever I want. They told me that. So I went to the first day wearing my own suit, and I remember the face of the manager that she said, "You're wearing a really nice suit, but in this store we don't sell a lot of suits." So I think, I mean, you can dress as you want, but if you just go a bit more casual, that would be better. Because I realized that in the store, actually they needed someone for Christmas, but I wasn't going to learn a lot about suits. I wasn't actually going to able to pin. I mean, I think I started pinning few suits, like 1 or 2 at that time in that store, but most of the people were coming for, you know, like, I'm looking for a gift for my parents, a gift for my daughter, a gift for whatever. And most of the time, socks and more socks. Made in Italy, of course, 35 pounds for a pair of socks, only one size, which is really expensive, especially if we compare them with Massarin, for example, or Gammarelli, which are the socks of the pop, that you can choose your own size. It's 100% cotton or linen or wool, you know, better materials. That are companies that are specialized only on socks, not like Paul Smith, which does a lot of different things, because I like companies and I think that are the best companies that are specialized. But let me get on that during this video, because that is just the beginning of selling a lot of socks. And don't get me wrong, we also sold like leather jackets for 2,000 pounds, and actually I did that, which is great because it was really like easy. Just a leather jacket in a suitcase. This is for you. We got like Russians with money, we got local people with money, we got, you know, a lot of people with money actually, because as I say, it's kind of premium. We started offering, especially my manager, asking for the, you know, like I would say the locals that were coming often to the store, and we had that kind of service of, would you like anything to drink, sure, and also, oh yes, do you want this, but this is in another store, but I can bring it to you and put it on hold for you, then you can try it, because that store was quite small, and we did a lot of, you know, pickups in different stores, sending like an Uber guy to pick up our clothes and then bring it to our store, and then call the customer saying like, we have this on hold for you. And actually I was spending a lot of time doing that kind of things, which to me was a bit annoying. You know, I was looking for knowing how to pin a suit, having more experience on suits, and I spend more of my time just calling different stores to see if they have something available, and then to order the pickup of that thing, then calling the customer saying, we got this for you on hold, please come try it. I got that point of, it's in a small store, we need to offer this kind of premium service. And I realized how my manager was talking to the customers. Like, to me it was funny, because it was kind of the customer coming asking for something, and then she started saying like, oh, I'm going to check this for you, and I have this for you, and always it's like, for you, of course it's for him or for her, who else is asking for that? To me it was funny to say, because my manager told me like, you need to say that when you're going to check the size for her. And I was saying like, I'm going to check if we have the size for you. Then I went for the size, and then I have this for you, and that all the time. That, to me it was funny. I don't know if it's funny for you, but to me it was like, it's not necessary to say that kind of thing. But to be honest, I wasn't doing a lot of, you know, fancy things. And even I think I just offered one time a drink in all my time working there, that store. Because to me it was annoying to offer a drink, then bring it, you know, with the glass and all this stuff. If you're just going to buy something fast commodities, you're not going to order made to measure suit. Just try the thing and go out, pay and go out. I mean, we can chat a bit, you know, like making a small conversation about the weather or about your plans for Christmas, because my plans for Christmas are going to be here working. Because it was funny, like they were asking to me, like, oh, what's your plans for Christmas? chance are you going back home to see your mom? And I was like, oh, you know, my mom lives in another country, so yeah, I'm going to stay here working for you. Like, anyway, after 3 weeks, only 3 weeks of Christmas, then I was ready to go to the Covent Garden store. Actually, that was the plan for the beginning. They just asked me at the beginning if I don't mind to go. That is a good point actually of Paul Smith, especially for the employees, that they ask if you don't mind to start working and if it's convenient for you to start working in Marylebone. Which, I mean, the experience, I thought it was going to be different, but anyway, I had fun. So the 2nd of January, I went to the Covent Garden store in the suit specialist floor, where we had a lot of suits. Even we had our own tailor or alterations tailor, and she was really good doing her job. We had even alterations in the moment if needed. I mean, not always, but sometimes, because we also receive a lot of customers, you know, from other countries. But what I realized, and actually here was like another funny thing, like my first day came my supervisor. He noticed that I was still wearing my own suit, you know, like for other brands, like actually was from Suit Supply on that day. And he asked me if I knew about the discount that we got as employees. And I say, of course I know, but you know, I still don't know which is the suit that I like, and also because the new season is coming, so probably I'm going to wait a bit. No, I was just saying that kind of things because, to be honest, it wasn't any suit that I really liked, because most of the suits were kind of the same suit, same fit, different colors, different fabrics, like always like small lapels, notch lapels with kind of slim fit of the suit. It's just different colors, made in Italy, some of them made in Portugal. And actually I thought that maybe something different is coming in a new season, because you know, that was almost the same. And also it's funny that we got sales, but let me talk about sales just a bit later, because also my supervisor told me one thing that is really important that day. He pointed one of the suits in the inside. He was showing me the label, the square label that is inside. And he asked me, do you know why the label, it has a form of a square? And I said, not really, because most of brands, they have it like kind of similar. And he said, no, this is because the first store of Paul Smith was in a small square, and this is the same proportion of the first store. That sounds kind of good. And then, you know, Paul Smith has like 2 different lines, like the premium one, we'll say, and kind of affordable one with the zebra, with a big logo of a zebra. And I asked for that zebra, and I say, okay, what about this zebra that is really visible, that is in all the cheap stuff that we have? And he said, no, this is just any logo. And I said, no, it's not any logo, come on, it's something really like with a lot of character, you know, it's not any logo, why a zebra? And he said, no, it's just any logo, like whatever logo you can find, like Polo, Ralph Lauren. And I thought, okay, Polo, Ralph Lauren has a story behind. Anyway, he didn't know about the zebra, but he knew about the square. And also he mentioned about the, you know, the colors that are part of a book that Paul Smith really likes. You know, when you work in this kind of brands, sometimes, not always, but customers want to have this kind of experience of, tell me about the store, tell me about the history of the brand. I mean, actually not many customers want to know that, but this is like part of the manual book that we need to learn as an employee of a kind of luxury brand. You need to talk. You need to talk about things, and then as more information you're going to give to the customer, it's like they are going to thought, oh, he's giving me a lot of things, then is okay, the price is worth it. Also, if you're buying a suit with us and the suit is not on sale, I'm going to talk about sales just in a minute, but we also offer like, oh, we are going to give you for free a pair of socks, we are going to give you for free a brush for your suit, you know, like a lot of extra small details for free because you are buying from a premium brand. But it's kinda premium because we did sales and they're still doing sales, and the sales are not just like 20, 25, no, they started with 40% or 30, and even we ended with 50-55% in some items, which to me it was like, what is going on here? And I know you might say, oh, a lot of brands are doing this, but not luxury, not mid-luxury. It's just for, you know, like fast fashion companies are doing this. Ralph Lauren sometimes is doing this. Okay, it's kind of premium, it's kind of the same, but it's not doing this for the purple label. It's doing this for the cheap stuff that they have. We can do it with the zebra. Okay, with the zebra things we can do it, but no, Paul Smith was doing with with a lot of things they've been offering. To me, it's like, you know, like a scam. Like today is one price, but if you come in tomorrow, it's going to be half price. What happened? What happened is you have a business that you don't have the focus to create things that people want. Then you need to do sales because you are guessing, you are trying a lot of different things like a fast fashion company is doing, like making thousands and thousands of different designs and things, and then whatever is not going to work, you're going to sell it on sale, because of course as a customer you want to get things 50% discount, but also when you have that kind of 50 discounts or whatever is the discount, you are not properly thinking if you need that. You're sometimes getting that things only because it's on sale, and that it happened to me actually with a customer. I remember that in Paul Smith we need to go with the customer all around the store. If they want this, if they want suits, if they want shirts, he started choosing different ties, and he got a lot of different ties. After that he started, oh, this is 50%, I want this. Oh, this is 50, this is 25, this is whatever was the discount. He was like, oh, I never got things on sale, I want to take this opportunity to get all of the different things on sale. So finally he spent like £1,000 on sale on different small things because it was on sale. And I can assure you that he was only buying things, and that kind of small things, only because of the sales. And if you're buying things just because it's on sale, it's probably because you don't want it, you don't like it, you just want the price, the half price. And also we had the discounts for the VIP clients, which was even shocking to me. I mean, the first time I was with a VIP customer, I remember that day that then suddenly my manager came and he showed me a note that was written like, you are with a VIP of a discount 30% at the end, but don't mention this. It was like, you need to apply that discount. So it's not offering, actually it's just applying the discount. And even I just saw that guy and I thought, who is this guy? Why is VIP? And after that they told me like a kind of influencer or whatever. But we also offer that for press people, and if you were like kind of famous. I remember that even they had that kind of service, like a special room for famous people. But I never used it because I wasn't a manager or supervisor, I was just a regular suit specialist. But you know, funny thing is, during my time there, I offered sometimes that kind of discounts. I gave for free some socks or some brushes, and I only had customers for ready-to-wear suits because my manager or supervisor had the made-to-measure customers. They mentioned that I'm going to receive training for made-to-measure, but for the few customers that we got for made-to-measure, the supervisor and manager were dealing with them and having them. Of course, they are going to get more commission with them, and we are not going to get that commission for made-to-measure. And I wanted to learn about made-to-measure. And by the way, wearing my own clothes, sometimes it was super funny because customers came to the store and they were checking the suits that we had, and they asked to me, where is that you are wearing? Even one day I was wearing trousers for my own brand. I didn't work in the past, but I still had the trousers, and I said, actually these were for my own brand. They were pleated trousers with you know, like a regular cut, and they were wearing like a slim trousers, and they were like, oh, and can I have that kind of trousers, or where can I find that kind of trousers? Let me open the width for you of the trousers if you want, because the alterations were included if you get the suit. Sometimes we try it, but you know, other times it didn't work because they were looking for and another kind of suit. And I saw a lot of really classic guys, like lawyers, coming to Paul Smith, which is really like colorful. I mean, we also had some kind of navy suits, even though it was slim with small lapels, and they were trying to wear it and it wasn't working. And even I asked to them like, oh, do you know Paul Smith for a while, or is your first time, or whatever? And they answered to me, no, I've been wearing suits from Paul Smith from the 90s. Probably at that time the style were different, but they still come into the brand, but the brand is not what it used to be. Sometimes we try to fit that guy into that suit with the alterations, but wasn't possible, or wasn't like properly done. You need another suit, actually. You need a made-to-measure suit, or you need something different because that fit, it doesn't work for you. We had like, I think only two kind of small differences between fits, but most of them are kind of the same. And about the rest of the clothes, not just the suits, because suits made in Italy for that price, I mean, the style is not my cup of tea, but we can say that maybe could be worth it, especially on sale. Suits on sale, by the way, I mean everything on sale. But the rest of the things, a lot of things made in China, a lot of things with really thin fabrics, anything made in the UK, just one scarf made in Scotland, mainly small accessories or things like that made in the UK. I mean, that's part of the philosophy of the brand. You cannot say anything about that, but for the price point that they are offering things, I mean, if you like that kind of stripes, if you're obsessed with that kind of stripes, if you need that kind of stripes, okay, go and get things from Paul Smith. Of course, get them on sale. Don't get the things with the zebra. Get the premium line made in China, most of the things, as I mentioned. But if you are not obsessed with the stripes, and actually we got more commission if we sell things with the stripes, because probably then it's a free promotion for the company, like, oh, look this. Because most of the time the biggest difference that you can see between that clothes and other clothes from another brand are just the stripes. Even we got in a collaboration with Joseph Cheney, which is a great shoemaker in the UK, and just to make it different from the shoes that he was offering, they put it like in two stickers with the, I mean, not stickers, like that was like glue on the sole that come off after time. We got a customer complaint for this, and we need to make a refund just for that small thing that came off after, I don't know, 2 wears or something like that. They told us like, I just wear it for first time one day and the next day that was coming off, which is just because of the design, because we need to make sure that this is from Paul Smith, the stripes everywhere. I mean, I get the point of the design, but I don't get the point of functionality, and to me things need to be more functional than just the design. It doesn't mean, it's not big difference from what you're going to see somewhere else. Sometimes they do just small things different, but most of the time it's just kind of modern design, slim fit. I don't know if now it's going to be more oversized because it's the oversized trend coming. I mean, it's already here, it's not coming. And with this experience and also the boring times that we sometimes had, so at that point I started looking for another job, and I applied for Hackett and also Massimo Dutti as a suit specialist, doing only made-to-measure or mainly made-to-measure in both positions. And just the next day my manager came and I was wearing my own clothes that day. I mean, every day I was wearing my own clothes, but just that day I was wearing the clothes from my own brand, and the manager just said, you've been here for a while, and I was just there for 1.5 months or something like that. And he said, we can give to you the uniform, we can give it to you in advance. And I said, let me think about it, I don't mind to wait because I'm not sure yet which is the suit that I like and that kind of things. And he gave it to me, basic trousers, merino and a polo, I think, yeah, polo shirt, that it was something basic as well. By the way, the merino, which we sold a lot, really thin, made in China, for that price, even cheaper price, you can go to John Smedley, made in England, as thin as that, but made in the UK. And in the UK we have a lot of different, it's going to appear here a small list of a lot of manufacturers that are making great knitwear in the UK that are way too better than that super thin cardigan from Paul Smith. That is my point of view, of course. There are a lot of brands like Sunspell, for example, they also do sales, and even John Smedley, they have like an outlet that you can get things for 35 pounds that I did. You are going to get a good quality merino made in the UK. That's why I didn't continue working for them, because next day I got my interview for Massimo Dutti and I got it in my lunchtime. I was in a rush. I was with 2 customers actually that I remember, and I went running to my interview online, and my interview was really easy, like, oh, you're working as a suit specialist for Paul Smith, but you want to work for Massimo Dutti, which is considered like a lower level, but my position would be better because I was going to be like the manager of the made-to-measure department, the personal tailoring they call it, and even they offer like, you're going to be 1 week in Spain for your training, and I say, oh, that's great, even though they say at the end, we are going to see more people. Next day, first time in the morning, they were calling to me like, you got it if you want it. And I came to Paul Smith and I say, I'm going to Massimo Dutti, I'm sorry, but this is not for me, and you're absolutely nice and everything is perfect. Actually, I really like from Paul Smith that they take good care about the employees. The time that I was working for, I was doing like I was doing 36 hours, which was really good because in Massimo Dutti I was doing a bit more. Also, if I wanted to change my schedule one day, they were flexible to do that. So they take good care of the employees, but that wasn't for me. I wanted more experience doing made-to-measure for customers, and that is the experience that actually I had working for Massimo Dutti. If you want to check how was my experience working for Massimo Dutti, how Massimo Dutti works, actually you can watch this video that is going to be up there. Even, I got a customer that made with me 12 suits just in a row. Just one day he came, he said, you are the best one that I ever seen doing this job. I want all my suits with you, a lot of shirts as well. That customer was my best customer, but I got a lot of customers, they were loving my service. And even when I say I'm going to Spain to start my own company because it's working my YouTube channel in Spanish, blah blah blah, and I'm going to do made-to-measure as well for my own company, they say, I'm going to Spain, I'm going to Madrid, and I'm going to make suits with you. That was, really good to have that customers. Not all the customers came, actually just one customer came. I'm still waiting for the rest, come on guys, but I have a lot of customers here in Spain, and I do my made-to-measure in a rooftop and a really great space here in Spain that I got, and also have my own first stores. So what I told to that women during my interview for Suit Supply is true now, and that's it. That was my experience. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you learn something. Do you know that if you are VIP, you can get a 30% of discount on Paul Smith? And most of the things they were offering, I would say are not worth it. And I'm sorry for that, Paul Smith. Probably you are doing a great job in terms of the design, but most of the things you are doing are not worth it, are really expensive, lowering the quality, made in China, most of them, and that's my opinion. If you have anything from Paul Smith, just let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.